And we're back.
I feel like there's definitely a phenomenon because a lot of women growing up that were Dominican go to hair salon, and still today go to hair salon, do rollers, blow dry their hair. They go through all this like stress, even myself, to be honest, because
I used to do it too.
we
I remember
thought that straight hair is more beautiful than just wearing our naturally textured hair, whatever texture it may be.
And it's just easier, and it's just easier to have straight hair. Like if you're going to something nice, you gotta get that hair straightened.
Yeah, like girl, go do your hair. You gotta get your hair.
Right.
So I also see it here on the island, but recently there's been a revival of like natural beauty and embracing like what you have, what genetics gave to you, what your family handed down to you, and celebrating that as a form of beauty. And this revival has been really amazing for the culture, and a lot of women are like using more natural products.
And they're
not
doing
perming
their own hair too. Like
they're like taking ownership of their own hair and styling their own hair to their like needs and benefits and like what they view as beauty, and that's like really amazing. So I've started to see a lot of that too. But I have to say that I did ask my mom to ship me a
straightener.
No, we call it a secadora.
What is that?
Secadora is like, it's a contraption that has an oval shape in the bottom, a long neck, and then you wear
like a hood,
heated, and you heat
what do you call it?
It's heated. Secadora.
Like a
dryer.
A
portable dryer. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like
You can't get that here.
It's not like mounted on wheels or anything. It's just you put it on any tables, on any surface like a table, and just sit and like get it over your head.
That's expensive to bring here. Isn't that expensive to bring here?
I think so, but I think you can find it here for sure. You can definitely find it here.
Okay.
Hair dryer. I don't know.
Like a diffuser?
No, it's called a secadora.
Okay.
Yeah. They call it secadora in Dominican culture, my culture. But yeah, that's very common here too. Like you go to hair salons and you'll see secadoras everywhere because it's like customary to do rollers. Fill your head with rollers, go under for like 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how thick your hair is and your texture, and then you go out and you blow dry your hair straight. And it's also customary for some women to go as far as perming their hair, which is like very harmful. And I've even heard of women do keratin treatment. It's a Brazilian method to straighten your hair.
Oh, keratin straightens? I didn't know it does straighten the hair. I thought it was like colored.
Keratin, like they coat your hair. Maybe I'm saying the wrong term, but it coats your hair, and so when you wash it, it dries out like straighter than you're normally. Like if you have hair, it's a little bit straighter. Sometimes it comes out a bit wavy if your hair is really curly, and then you just quickly pass the blow dryer or the flat iron, and your hair is like automatically straight. So, anyways, going into details about these things, like I just feel like there is a movement to pull away from this way of treating your hair, and so that also relates to the way you think. Like you're no longer thinking in these terms of like conforming to society. You're just like doing what is best for yourself and your hair, and therefore embracing like what your genes and your family handed down to you, and it's beautiful. And so I don't know, I feel like it's kind of mixed.
And then Miss Rizos has a salon in Santo Domingo, and she just started one in the Heights. And she's Dominican. I think that has helped too, just having someone from the community, like actually from the community, creating a salon, creating spaces where people can learn how to
take care of their
hair. There's also another one called like Felicidades, something. Like
I haven't heard of these.
And that's Dominican run. That like a Black American man told me about that.
Cool.
We were talking.
I'll go check it out at some point.
yeah. So that's really exciting. So something that I recently heard, somebody was like, "Oh, Rocio, are you Black?" And she's like, "So let's talk about Blackness."
I think there's definitely, I definitely have African heritage in my family because my great grandparents were partly from Spain, but then the other half were from the island. And there was, before Dominican Republic was split into two countries, Haiti, which is now present Haiti and Dominican Republic, it was called La Hispaniola, and it used to be one entire island. And my family lived literally in this, where you split Haiti and Dominican Republic, on the border. And this was during Trujillo's regime. He split La Hispaniola into two.
So you probably have cousins in Haiti right now.
Yes, my great grandma did trade between Haiti and Dominican Republic, and she actually spoke Spanish and Haitian Creole. So I believe I have Haitian.
And this is such a
heritage.
This is this is like normal. Like this is like the most.
But it's very
normal.
confusing because most documents were destroyed.
Wow.
Or changed during Trujillo's dictatorship because he wanted to divide both Haiti and Dominican Republic. When at the time in the border especially there was intermarriages between Dominicans and Haitians, and there was not really that much of like hate or like issues between both. I think this surged as part of like a culture that was created around it. It was encouraged by the government at the time. And maybe it was politically and economically motivated, but I'm not a history expert, so.
Well, that's some history that I didn't know. Especially, I think it's important. If you guys are hearing like crackling, that's because there's a puppy chewing obnoxiously as we are doing our video. But I think the personal history gives you like a different layer. It's one thing to know about Trujillo and Trujillo's reign, and it's another thing to hear about like people's personal stories. It gives like some realness to the situation. Like, and I learned that a lot of people I've been speaking to have Haitian friends, have Haitian people in their family, and it's like so normalized here that it's weird. It's weird because in the U.S. you think, oh, Haitians hate Dominicans, Dominicans hate Haitians, or like Dominicans are like on the neck of Haitian people, and Haitian people are like, you know, and it's this separation. But like you come here and it's not that. And also remember, like we're in the North Coast. I haven't been to Santo Domingo yet. So there's probably like different stories. The border is gonna have a different story. I'm taking my time because right now there's a lot of, you know, Haiti is dealing with some stuff with their government. So I'm trying to like chill over here until things get a little more settled.
Yeah, because there's a revolution happening right now in Haiti.
Right, so I've been advised to not go to the
Yeah.
border at this moment in time.
Yeah.
So I won't be going there until further notice.
But yeah, like a huge part of my family disappeared during this time of turmoil on the border between Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and so a lot of family lineage and history was lost in that regard. And so what I can account for is what I hear from my parents and grandparents about the family history. But I definitely think that I have some Haitian Dominican heritage in my family, and so that traces back to Africa, definitely. I mean, like Haiti has a lot of traditional practices that are sourced from Africa.
You still like, there's African ancestry just in DR. Like even if you were completely Dominican, you would still.
Of course,
you know,
there's no doubt about that.
I noticed, and y'all saw the last video. There's a Costa Rican woman talking about how if there's a Dominican person talking about their Afro, they kind of will blame it on the because I have Haitian in me, or because I have Cuban in me. That's why I'm black. And it's like, no, you can have the Dominican is black too. Like the Dominican, you got it from there.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of our practices trace back to Africa, particularly the Ivory Coast, where most of the slaves came from. We were actually the first slave colony in the Americas. So it's very entrenched in this country and Haiti and the culture. So I'm not denying that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And I never have, because it's, look at me, like, yeah, definitely have
beautiful brown skin.
Afro heritage. There's no doubt about that.
So yeah, and then like I wanted to, you were talking about like solutions for the country, and like we were talking about how there's a lot of like exploitation, and I think some of this, I don't even think foreigners realize that they're exploiting it. I think they're actually like well-meaning when they say certain things and do things, and I've heard people say, you know, I'm empowering Dominicans, but then I'm like, okay, well, how many Dominicans have you empowered to create their own business? Like, I don't think just hiring a Dominican person is empowering, but like, unless you're paying them USD, which they're not paying USD, I could tell you that right now. Like I feel like there's like, what I love about Rocio is that with her robotics company, like she's creating new solutions and actually empowering children to create the solutions that will change the entire island. So like, please talk about like your work with Tinker Academy.
Well, Tinker Academy was created to help local community organizations, schools, and community centers that work closely with youth to empower the youth and break a generational chain of poverty and lack of access to socioeconomic opportunities that are afforded more readily by, honestly, people that live above the equator, or people from countries that are more economically sound or have advantages that are not really present on this particular island, Dominican Republic, and across the Caribbean countries. And so I want to create bilingual STEM programs, or STEAM, that empower these communities to educate youth in relevant future-oriented careers, and not just funnel them into what I would say like dead-end jobs, like working for resorts, or like doing carpentry or seasonal paint jobs, from what I learned so far living here, and more of like sustainable careers where they can go maybe to the United States and on a scholarship study like STEM, a career in STEM, and then come back to their country and make real change, whether that's through bioengineering and coming up with solutions to restore coral reefs and biodiversity in the oceans, or like solving plastic pollution waste in their country, or going back to their communities and coming up with ideas and ideating those ideas and forming something tangible that can solve these problems that are in the country. And this is just like a microscopic level of what's really happening across the world. I mean, this is not unique to the Dominican Republic. We're having coral depletion across the entire world. So this can really be a hub for learning and applying solutions that can be transferred over to the world and shared with other people, and really provide real sustainable jobs and careers for young people and Dominicans.
So thank you so much for coming on Blactina Media TV. And I hope y'all really want to support Rocio. Tell us how we can connect with you. Like, where can we find information about Tinker? Where can we find information about you? How can we best support you in your endeavors?
If you would like to get involved, you could volunteer, intern, and just hit me up. Bye.
Okay.
This is Rocio, and you're watching Blactina Media.